Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Get yourself something to drink, something to eat, something to snack on, something to work on, because I have got a Chattin with Alana to film with you today, and it is let me tell you. So first couple of things I want to talk about, there's a whole story behind this, right? So let's see, Thursday night we are leaving to drive 9 hours, well, total 9 hours, 9.5 roughly, to northern Wisconsin because our oldest is going to college, and it is a massive stress on my husband and I because she's leaving and two, it's so far away, and I don't want to get into it too much. Anyway, so what the plan is that we have a friend up there that's going to let us stay in their very nice cabin Friday night, Saturday night, and then we have to be home Sunday night because our younger one has to go to, she's a senior, she has to go to school Monday morning. So the plan is Thursday, after my younger one's volleyball game, we are gonna all load up into two different vehicles. So me and Emma, the one going to college, we are gonna be in her car, and then Jalen, the senior in high school, and my husband Matt are gonna be in the truck. And then we're driving to roughly about Madison, Wisconsin, stay the night there, and then finish the trip Friday. Well, that means I have to have certain videos done, and I would like to have, well, of course, so today's Monday, right? So I have to have my tutorial ready for this Wednesday. Well, then I also need a video ready for Friday, and then I also need another video ready for Monday, since I'm not going to be home till probably later on Saturday night. Well, I don't want to wait till last second, so I want to go ahead and have that next tutorial done for Wednesday. So I need this Wednesday's video tutorial done, Friday, so like me in front of the camera is what I call them, me in front of the camera video for Friday, me in front of the camera video for Monday, and then go ahead and have that next tutorial done so I don't have to worry about it. I'll have it done. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 videos. So there's that part. Now the video that I have for this Wednesday, I have been working on for 2 weeks. And for 2 weeks, well, maybe 2.5 weeks. And the reason I say that long is because, so I'm sure not everyone knows this, but the next tutorial I wanted to do, I found this owl at an antique store, okay? And what I wanted to do was sit down and pick through all of these stitches and then write out the pattern, and then so I can recreate it on YouTube for all of you guys. That took over a week. Not to mention I was sick, so I couldn't do some of it a couple of days. But anyway, that took over a week to do this. I finally got all of it done. A whole little, prototype made up, ready to go. So that took over a week. And then it took a whole week to film it. Today, Monday, I filmed the last part of it. Like, it is finished. I imported the videos off my phone onto my computer, and somehow, so I imported the videos. Well, my phone is like, hey, you don't have enough storage for anything else. You need to get these videos off your phone. You don't have enough room. So I've already imported them to my computer. I deleted them. Well, when you delete videos and pictures from your phone, they're still in your trash, so it's still technically taking up storage. So you have to permanently delete them to get storage on your phone. I did that. and then I go into my editing program and I start putting my videos together, and I have it all, well, I'll just go get it to show you. Okay, I'm back. So what I do is every time I film portions of a tutorial, I write it out. So I write down, you know, this is what it's for. It's this part. This video is for this. And then that way, when I get to the editing part, all I have to do is look at my notes and say, okay, well, this part's the first one, the second, the third, the fourth. Here's the introduction. Here's the exit. Put it all together. Put it through the editing program, it renders it down, and it splices all the videos together. Then I got my video and I upload it to YouTube. Okay, that's the whole little process. That small little portion of the whole process. Well, somehow, somewhere, either I don't know. 2 videos came up missing. Just completely gone. I cannot find them anywhere. Now, I don't mean whole videos. I mean like chunks of my videos. So 2 chunks are gone. And I have looked everywhere and I cannot find them. So, and I know that seems like it's not a big deal, but it is when you're filming a tutorial for something such as these owls. And the reason being is because to fix what's happened, I have to remake the entire owl. That way I'm up to the part that's missing. So, well, I'll just show you the owls that I've got done. That I finished these today for my video. This is the one we make on camera. There's this little hanger. And then this is the one that I made to recreate. I didn't put the piece of wood at the top. I liked it better without it. Well, and the only piece of wood that I had left is way too big, so it looked weird. So I just left it like this. Okay? And the reason we do this one is because I didn't realize there's no way you guys are going to be able to see the stitches with this super dark yarn. It's Red Heart Super Saver Coffee. So I was like, well, that's not going to work. So we're going to go with Cafe Latte, which is this color. No big deal. So after going through all of my editing, all of the video chunks that I've filmed, trying to figure out what's missing, like I'm over the part that something is missing, because I talked it over with Emma, and I was like, I could about bawl right now. And I explained to her why that's such a big deal, because I can't just insert a little clip and be like, hey, do this, and there you go. Like, you can't do that. You have to be where you are on this and show. So the parts that are missing is, let's see, this whole wing is, that part's missing, and making a foot. So after I get over the initial upset, mad, trying not to cry or punch my computer because I am so mad, I calm down and I pick out the bright parts, the bright side. There's always a bright side to something, right? Bright side being, it's a foot, not a big deal. I can do that again. And this wing is not a big deal. I can do that again. All I have to do is remake this whole owl. And I've got the yarn to do it. It's not a big deal. And then I thought to myself, I'm going to have plenty of time because, and I'll tell you guys this in a minute, I've got everything figured out for the next couple tutorials. So I'm going to have time to fix it. I've got the yarn for it. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I don't know what I did. I don't know if I didn't click the videos to import them from my phone to my computer. I don't know if something went wonky with my computer and it just didn't import those videos. I have no idea. And regardless, the videos are permanently gone. I cannot get them back. They are, I've, trust me, I've looked everywhere online trying to figure it out, and they're gone, they're gone. I've even downloaded a couple apps that are supposed to recover. They don't. They recover like what you deleted 2 seconds ago. And by the time I realized that they were gone, it was like hours later. And it's... Okay. Alright, anyway, so these are going to be a tutorial. They are going to be coming. Both of these. And look, I even did this on tutorial too. It's backwards, but it says, to Alicia from your sister, I love you, 8/26/24. I'm going to gift this one to my sister. We call each other sister. That's why it says that. Anyway, so those are coming. Well, so to add on to this, it's still a whole story. To add on to this whole story, the friends that are letting us stay in their really nice cabin for 2-3 nights, every time somebody, does something nice like that or lets us stay at their cabin, or like, well, for instance, in Reelfoot, Tennessee, on Reelfoot Lake, the what's the word I'm thinking of? The resort gave us an extra night for like super cheap. So to thank them, I crocheted them some hot pads and, this and that. Well, that's what I wanted to do for this husband and wife that are letting us stay in their cabin. So I thought, all right, I'm going to take this opportunity to, 1, have a new tutorial and a new pattern, and 2, to come up with something that I can gift someone real quick and that you guys can gift real quick. So I thought, all right, I want to do a new hot pad tutorial, and I want to do a new towel hanger tutorial, because I'm not, like, I like them. Oh, excuse me. I like them. It's just I'm ready for something new. I'm sick of looking at the old ones. So what I did was got on Pinterest and I Google and I don't know what else, but I found some pictures. And one caught my eye because I was looking for something that was easy to do, quick, but still stood out. And you could do it with cotton yarn, because I didn't want to do acrylic. I want to do cotton. But I wanted something to be like super easy, and that to a person that crochets and then a person that doesn't crochet or knit or anything like that, that's not, that wouldn't be able to see what we did, if that makes sense. I don't know. Like, I wanted a person that doesn't know anything about crocheting or knitting to look at it and say, wow, that is really pretty. But on the other hand, I wanted something that you and I, as crocheters and or knitters, would be like, that is super easy, and I whipped it out in no time. That kind of a pattern, a hot pad pattern. And I wanted the same thing with the towel topper, or a towel hanger. And I found one. So these are going to be upcoming tutorials, and thankfully thank the past me for picking these out, because they're quick. I can film them real quick and get them out the door. So this is the hot pad. Is that not... Look at that. You and I know how easy the granny square is. And adding this, super simple. What makes this beautiful is the color work. And I've done several examples. Like, I've already made these because my owl was ready. I've already made several of these, so you guys can look at the color examples I'm using or I've done and do your own. So it's so easy. All it is 2 granny squares that are the exact same. I laid them counting, and I could tell by the picture. The picture, it was on Pinterest or Google, I don't remember. But in the picture, I could see, okay, it's connected here. It's connected here. And that leaves a point here and a point here. And I'm like, got it. I can do that from a picture. That is so easy. I got it. So, and I came up with this. And it's so easy. It's 2 granny squares. You lay them to where the 4 corners, you know, here, 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 and here of this square is opposite of the 4 corners on this square. And then you follow the corners and just crochet around it. Easy peasy. You and I know how easy that is. A non-crocheter / knitter has no idea how simple that is, but yet how stunning it looks, right? So I've been hard at work for these to have these done before we leave to drive her to Wisconsin. That way I can gift these to the woman that has the cabin, the wife of the couple that has the cabin. I can gift these to her for letting us stay. So that's why it's so important this is done before we leave, so I can film it, take the thumbnail pictures, all of that's ready to go, and then I can take these with us and gift them. So there's that. And then for the towel topper, my husband actually picked out these towels for him. I saw another picture on, I'm pretty sure this one was from Pinterest. So I was looking again for something simple and quick towel topper or towel hanger, because it's not a towel topper, it's a hanger. I wanted something quick, easy, and I don't need to go spend a bunch of money on pieces to make it. So I was thinking I wanted something that, one, hangs the towel. Like the towel isn't going to fall off. You don't have to sew it to the top of the towel. You don't have all of that extra stuff you have to do. I don't want that. I don't want to do that. You guys don't want to do that. You want something quick, easy. There you go. So I thought, all right, I want a ring, a circle, and I want to put the towel through the circle. So that's my idea. So that's what I started looking up. Well, finally I found something and I liked it, but I was like, I've got to make this my own because I don't want to copy it. So I noticed that in the comments they said that you had to have a 2.5-inch metal ring or 2-inch metal ring, and I'm like, no, I don't want to go spend the money on metal rings. I'm gonna go to both my daughter's bathroom, and I'm gonna go through their junk drawer and find some hair ties. So that's what I did. I found little black hair ties, and I made these super simple little towel hangers. So basically all it is, we single crochet around. Did my husband do a really good job picking these towels out? Anyway, we go around the hair tie, we come up, make the little loop, sew a button on, and it's got, you know, little shells all the way around it. Super easy. These are the only 2 I have made of these. I need to work on these before we leave because I need to film them and I need to photograph them and then pack them up to take. So those are going to be upcoming tutorials. And the towel hanger and the hot pads you will see before the owl. And I do want to say that this morning, so what I do every morning is I get up about 5:45, 6 o'clock, go get my coffee, come up to my desk, sit down, and then I write every day. I write in my planner, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to get this done, I need to do this. And one thing that I wrote down that I don't do enough, that I really want to start doing more often, is answering and replying to your guys' comments on YouTube, on the videos. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to get on there and I'm going to go through some of those and I'm going to do that. And somebody commented on one of my videos, I can't remember your name. Was it Pam maybe? I can't. Anyway, she had said how excited she was to see the tutorial for the owl. And I feel like it's karma just because I said this. In the comment, I replied and I said, she had said how much her mom likes owls and that she wanted to make it for her mom and her mom would flip over it. And I was like, that's awesome. Expect this tutorial this upcoming Wednesday, 8/28. That was what I commented. And I'm telling you, that was the karma that just started this whole fiasco. Ugh. So, unfortunately, I apologize. And I'm probably just because I'm going to go back to that comment and I'm going to comment to my own comment and say, scratch that. I messed it up. We're going to have to wait a little bit. Anyway, so there's that. But yeah, so since that happened, I just stopped filming and I calmed down. I talked myself down and I thought, you know what? I'm going to come in here and I'm going to film a Chattin' with Alana for Friday. So when you guys see this, I will be in Wisconsin. Yeah. Getting ready. So Saturday morning, we have to move her in at 10 a.m. And then after that, she has got something all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and her classes start Monday morning. So once we drop her off, I mean, there's really not anything we can do with her. Like, our time is done. She's a college student and has to go to these things that the college has set up for her to go through, like orientation, and she told me the other day, I don't know what it is, but it's heartbreaking because I am not ready at all. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it any more than that. I don't want to cry. So yeah, this day has just gone to crap and I'm trying to salvage it. And then, to go on top of all of that, I told one of you that I was making this zucchini casserole that my husband absolutely loves, because somebody commented that they wanted to see more recipes that I eat, because I don't eat sugar and I don't eat high carb or high calorie foods, because I'm trying to maintain my weight loss, because I've gained a little bit of weight and I want to get back down to where I initially wanted to be. So I'm, not eating unhealthy. So, but they had asked that I do videos showing what I eat. So I did one, which you guys will see this Wednesday. Oh, but you probably already saw it. If you haven't, the link to my channel is the Cooking with Alana channel is in the description box. Check it out. Anywho, well then I went to make this casserole that my husband loves, and oh no, that didn't come from that. That was from something else. I lobbed the side of my finger off. Pretty much. Not fully, but it's pretty much gone off. Like, I just picked the chunk of fingernail off. It hurt. Anywho, so I start filming this casserole, and my husband's driving me nuts. I lose the mood. Like, for those of you that don't know, when you film YouTube or you create content for YouTube, you have to be in the right mood. You can't just jump in front of the camera or on the camera or whatever and go film willy-nilly. It doesn't work like that. 'Cause I'm not afraid to admit I am not what you see on camera all the time. Nobody is. And if they claim to be that way, they're lying to you. Trust me. Nobody is who they say they are 100%. Because, like, what you see now is me cheery. What I was earlier, I had tears coming down my face because I was so mad, so upset. That's not me. What you see, it's not the me that you see. That's the real me, how I am at home, right? So, having said that, to just jump on camera and film something, that does not work. You cannot do it. Trust me, I've tried and I've deleted hundreds of videos because I thought, you know what, I've got to get this filmed. I'm going to go get in front of. No, it doesn't work. If you are not in the headspace to do it, it's not going to be a good video. And you might as well just delete it and wait till you can do better. But so yeah, what I was saying was that, filming this zucchini casserole, I was just like, I am not in the mood. I'm aggravated because he's aggravating me. I'm aggravated because it's hot. I'm aggravated because whatever reason, which I could go on and on about why, it was just one of those days. Something anyone did, I wanted to be like, get away from me. Go away. You're driving me nuts. I just want to shut the door, leave me in my room to watch my show. Law and Order SVU, still working on getting caught up on that. And I just want to watch TV. Leave me alone. So I didn't film it. I'm going to try to have it done for this next Wednesday. We will see. Anyway, I want to tell you guys, for those of you that don't know, let me get this out. I decided I wanted to watch every episode of SVU and get all the way caught up with it. Because years ago, I used to watch it. And then once Stabler left, I never watched it again. So, and then, I was a teenager out of high school running around doing my thing, and then I never watched it again until, last year, I think it was. I was like, you know what? I want something to watch that I don't necessarily have to have my eyes on the TV 24/7, but, the entire episode. I can listen to some of it and then stop and watch on others. I wanted something like that, and then I wanted something long that I could just have for a long time before I get caught up. And it hit me. I was like, SVU. I am so far behind on SVU, I should watch that. So that's what brought about me watching SVU. And I want to say, I love that show. I love Tutuola. I love Olivia, which are the only two originals left. Well, technically, Tutuola wasn't in the first, was it season 1 or the first episode? I don't remember. But Olivia is the only absolute from the beginning one still there. Mariska Hargitay. Anywho, so I just want to tell you guys that there are some episodes that I'm just like, it gets me to where I'm like, that seems like a lot to have on TV. Like, the verbiage of some things that they say, or the way they explain the sexual assaults or stuff like that, I am just like, holy cow, you can do that on TV? But I still love that show. And I want to say that the last couple of episodes I've watched seem a little soap opera-ish. Soap opera-y. And it kind of disappointed me to where I was like, please don't go that way. Please don't let the rest of it, because I'm just about to season 20. And there's 23, 24, 25. I don't remember. Anyway, I'm just like, please don't let the rest of the seasons go like that. I am sorry. I don't want to offend anyone ever. I don't want to upset anyone ever. But me personally, I am not a soap opera fan. I don't like soap operas. I don't like the way they are. I don't know how to explain that. It's not me. That's just my personal taste. Nothing against anyone else. I mean, I know I was named after a soap opera. I know. Anyway, what had happened was, and total spoiler alert, oh, what is her name? The blonde. That's gonna drive me nuts. Hold on just a second. Amanda Rollins. That's the detective's name. The blonde. So there was an episode where she doesn't find, somehow a like feral girl is found, and it kind of, the way the episode plays out is kind of where Amanda is the one that connects with her and throughout the episode learns her story and helps her. Well, then at the end, there's this big shootout, and the girl that she helps gets shot and dies. So what it is outside the cops are shooting at the house, and the people in the house are shooting at the cops. Well, so she gets hit and killed. And then at the end of the episode, Olivia's like, and Amanda, the ballistics came back, and it shows that your bullet is the one that killed whatever that girl's name was. And I was just like, really? Come on. That there was hundreds of people firing at that house, and it was just so happens to be her bullet that kills her. Give me a break. I was just like, that you're crossing the line into soap opera, and please don't do that. Please don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, it was just that added drama. Like, it was your bullet that it's like, come on. No, don't do this. Anyway, but yeah. So I'm still sticking with it. I still love Olivia. I love the show, and the last couple of episodes I've been like, you know what? Carisi's kind of handsome. I kind of like Carisi. Anyway, Dominic, Sunny, Carisi. Anyway, so that is my story, and I want to tell you guys. Churchy just jumped on my bed. I want to tell you guys that just sitting here talking it out with you guys, my stress has gone down. My anxiety has gone down. I'm not so aggravated and upset with what happened. I can fix it. And I think a part of it that makes it so stressful for me is that this is another thing that I attribute to my mush brain from having COVID. Just stupid little things. I keep messing up, and it's like, please go away. It's like, what can I do to make my brain sharper? I want to be back the way I was, not get stumbled on my words, or, try to explain something to my husband and I can't remember the word I want to say, and it's just a simple, like, 5-letter word, and I can't get it right, and just things like that, like lobbing my finger. Anyway, I think that was another reason why I get so upset about it. But anyway, like I said, I've said that a million times. My mood is definitely better having talked to you guys in my mind. It's funny because when I'm filming me in front of the camera videos, it is weird just looking at a camera and you're technically speaking to yourself, but I have a good imagination. So what I'm doing is I'm sitting on a stage, and then there's a bunch of you guys in the audience listening to me, and I'm looking at all of you, watching all of you, and I'm talking to you about random stuff. So when I say talking to you guys, that's what I'm doing in my head, is I've got you guys pictured. Of course, I don't know what you look like, so you're just a bunch of little shapes. But anyway. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's, I don't even know what time it is. I think it's almost 3:30-ish. I think I might just call it a day. I think I might just be like, I'm done. I don't want to do anything else. I'll do it tomorrow. Which, Jalen has her first senior year volleyball game tomorrow in a town that's like 35 minutes away, and I think the game starts at 6 something, so I'm gonna have to be ready to leave by 5-ish, so that'll give me, by the time I get up, to about 5-ish to film a tutorial, and then another me in front of the camera video. And then Wednesday, I don't think we have anything going on, so I can film another tutorial. Thursday, Jalen has a volleyball game, so I'm okay. There's no reason to get all upset about it. I've got plenty of time. I'm just going through it all in my head. I've got time to pack. I've got time to clean. you know, because one thing about me, when we go on vacation, I do not want to come home to a messy house. So I make sure my house is nice and spotless before we come home. Of course, I have cats, so, and I have a really good friend that comes over, and God bless her, will clean the litter boxes and feed them, and she'll clean up any little piles of cat puke they've puked somewhere, little hairballs. I have to show you guys. Our youngest one is right next to me, and he's never around. Oh, come here, bubbies. This is our baby. His name's Little Buddy. This is the one that my husband found that was sick as all get out, and he decides he falls in love with it, and then guess who has to nurse him back to health? And I went through hell with this cat. But of course, he's not mine. He's my husband's. Anyhow, I'll have to tell you guys that story in another episode, another video, another Chattin with Alana. Well, I can just tell you now. So what it was is that, long story short, to explain this, my husband has degenerative disc disease. No. He's clawing my owls. He has degenerative disc disease in his neck and his back. So sometimes, not all the time, but laying in bed will just hurt his neck so bad. So he'll sleep on our reclining couch. Our couch has a little recliner, and he'll sleep like that, where he's, you know, halfway sat up like that. It doesn't hurt his back. So then he does that so often that I was like, I am not going to be in a relationship / marriage where we don't sleep close to each other. I want to be in the vicinity of each other when we're sleeping. So I took our mattress into, like, this is the upstairs living room and bedroom of our house. I took the mattress and pulled it into the living room to where I sleep on the floor on the mattress and he sleeps in the chair, or the couch, sorry. That way we're next to each other. And then his mom and dad gave us another mattress that we put in the bedroom, so that when he does want to sleep on a bed and it doesn't hurt his back too much, he can sleep on the bed, and then we can sleep together in the bed. Long story, right? So, where was I going with that? Oh, all right. So, little buddy, my husband falls in love with him. This cat's eyes are matted shut, snot pouring out of its face. It's sneezing. It's respiratory. It's sick. And he's like this big, tiny little kitten. And my husband finds him and falls in love with him. And I'm like, really? Like, any other time, he is like, get that cat out of here, blah, blah, you know. He's out. Oops, sorry. I kicked my phone. No problem will he have outside cats being like, get out of here, you know, scaring a cat off to get it to go away. Not this one. Not this one that's so sick that it's disgusting. Nope. He falls in love with it. He's like, honey, we're going to take it to the vet and then we're going to bring it in the house. And I'm like, okay. Well, what about two other cats in the house? They're going to get whatever he has. So I had to quarantine this cat for 3 days, give it medicine twice a day. So once it's out of quarantine, he's still puny, right? He's still sick. So what I had to do was, my mattress being on the floor, I would lay down and this cat had to be right by my face. Well, this cat also had a digestive issue. So I have a wash rag on this. That's how big he was. He could sleep on a wash rag. I had this wash rag right here on the edge of my bed, the corner of my mattress, right? So then my head was like, here's the wash rag. Here's my pillow and my head, right? My head, my body, right there. This cat would lay on the wash rag all night and make dough, and poop would literally just run out of this cat and stink. So while my husband is nice and comfy and asleep on the couch, on his little reclining couch, here I am with this kitten next to my head that's just constantly making dough and purring, and poop just falling out of it because it's like liquid running out of this cat. And I wake up to this horrific smell, and I'm like, it's okay, little kitty. So I wipe him off, take the wash rag. I threw a couple away. If he knew, he would be so mad that I did that. But I threw them away. I'd get a new wash rag, make sure the kitty was all cleaned up, lay him back on his wash rag, and a few hours later, I'd wake up again because it would just run out of him because that was how sick he was. So I got him better from that. His eyes were all perfect. His ears perfect, not full of black goo and all that. He was pooping fine. Solid poops. He's great. And the only thing that my husband and I kept noticing was, man, this cat's breath is horrible. Well, it wasn't like, cat food smell. It was like bad. It wasn't even like a tooth rot smell. It smelled bad. Well, some cats, teeth, their breath just stinks, right? So that's kind of what we thought. And he was running through the house, playing, running up the walls, down the stairs, through the house, going nuts. This cat was a completely different cat, and he'd eat all the time, but he was never gaining weight. But yeah, perfectly healthy. And one day, this cat learned that he could jump on the back of my recliner when I was standing behind it, and I'd brush him. And he loves his brushings. So he gets on the back of the chair, and I start brushing him, and I'm like, gosh, this cat's breath is horrendous, honey. So I'd call it manhandling. I kind of manhandled him, and I grabbed his head, and I pulled his lips back, and his teeth, I was like, honey, he needs to go back to the vet. This was probably like 2 years later. I was like, honey, he needs to go to the vet. I think that smell is tooth rot. So my husband takes him to the vet, and they're like, oh my gosh, this cat literally has like 3 teeth we can save. The rest of them are rotted out of his head. And my husband and I are like, oh no, we're bad kitty parents because we had no idea he was in, he had to be in pain. Every time he ate, he had to be in pain. So we took him to the vet. They kept him overnight and pulled all of these teeth. And we brought him home, and he was miserable. This cat just laid there. He wouldn't eat. He wouldn't, of course, soft food. After the medication wore off, he wouldn't eat. He wouldn't drink. And finally, I called one of the vet techs at the clinic is a friend of mine, and I called her, and I was like, Jessica, will you please come over and look at him? I think he's going downhill. I think he may need to go back because he's not eating or drinking, and he's getting dehydrated. And I know that because I know that a way to check for dehydration is to, pick up skin and let it go. And if it snaps back like that did, you're hydrated, you're good. But if it stays there, like if you pick it up and it stays there and slowly goes back down, you're dehydrated. You need to drink some fluids. Well, I was picking up the skin on his back and letting it go and watching how slow it was going down. And I was like, oh, honey, he's getting dehydrated. So I called Jessica and I told her, and she came and looked at him and said, she said, you're right. He is getting dehydrated because he's not drinking, or I don't like the fact that he's not eating. She said, in the morning, if he has not eaten or drink anything, bring him back up there. And my husband, Matt, and I are like, all right. So she leaves, and I tell him, I was like, honey, this cat he is going to lose his mind if he has to go back up there. Not to mention it's going to kill me because I hate my babies being gone. So I put fresh water in there, and I put soft food in there. And I waited a few hours, and I come back downstairs, and he didn't eat or drink anything. So I was like, all right, well, maybe, and I told my husband, this is just me spitballing, maybe he could be like emotionally upset because he's sick of being in a cage, because we had to keep him in there to keep the other cats away from him. And I told my husband, I was like, let's open the cage, put the water back where the water goes, his food where the food goes, and let's see what happens. And I told him when I was petting him, telling him goodnight, I was like, Bubby, you better drink or you got to go back to the vet, and we don't want you to do that. You know, just loving on him. And then that next morning, I will be doomed if I didn't come downstairs and there he stood drinking. And he drank and drank and drank. And I was like, hallelujah! We do not have to take him back to the vet. So, that little guy has been through it. And we love him. I have never had a cat that has personality like him. I love him. He is a little spitfire, sleeps all the time, and every morning, if I do not get up when the coffee pot, because our coffee pot beeps once it's done, if I am not up and down there when the coffee pot goes off, he wakes me up by biting me. Like, he'll bite me on the arm, he'll bite me on the leg, he'll bite me on whatever body part is sticking out of my blankets in the morning. He's bitten me on the cheek. Yeah. If I am not out of bed, he comes and bites on me until I get out of bed to come downstairs so he can eat. Because he can't eat if I'm not standing there. If I'm not in the kitchen, he will not eat. I don't know. Anyway, I am going to get out of here. I have been rambling. You guys have totally made my mood so much better because it makes me think how happy I am my little bubby's better. Yes. So, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go, like I said, I'm not doing anything today. I'm done for the rest of the day. I don't want to do a dang thing. I've got plenty of time. I'm not even going to cook dinner. They can eat a frozen pizza. They'll survive. One of them needs to learn how to survive. She needs to eat the crappy, cheap food. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening to me ramble this whole time. I love you all. You are all the greatest. And I truly mean that, because I truly would hug each and every one of you and tell you how much I love the fact that you just sat and watched my video. 47 minutes of me rambling. Hugs to each and every one of you. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.